The man came through my shop door, already shouting, waving the invoice like it had insulted him, and the little bell over the frame was still ringing when he slammed his fist on the counter. For 40 years, I had fixed cars in that cinder-block garage off the county road, and for most of those 40 years, I had a tongue like a torque wrench, quick, hard, and good at stripping a man down. So everything in me coiled up to meet him. I felt the old heat climb my neck, the words already loading, the ones that would put him in his place and make me feel like the bigger man for about 10 minutes. My son Daniel was at the parts bin behind me. He'd been working beside me for 3 years by then, and he went very still, the way a person goes still when they've seen the storm come before. That stillness is what stopped me, because I knew that stillness. I had put it in him. I had spent his whole boyhood barking at the dropped wrench, at the wrong grade, at the slammed screen door, and somewhere along the way my sharpness had taught my own boy to flinch when his father opened his mouth. We could work a whole day, the two of us, and trade maybe 20 cold words. So I stood there with this furious stranger leaning over my counter, and instead of the heat, what came up in me was my wife. Ruth had been gone 2 winters. She used to sit at our kitchen table with her Bible open under the lamp, and when I'd come in still grinding my teeth over some customer or some slight, she'd look at me over her glasses and say it plain, the same verse every time, like she was handing me a tool I kept refusing to use. "A soft answer turneth away wrath," she'd say, "but grievous words stir up anger." Proverbs 15, verse 1. I'd grunt and tell her the world didn't run on soft answers. She'd just smile and turn a page because she knew something I didn't want to know, that I wasn't winning those fights. I was only losing slower. I looked at that angry man, and I looked at the invoice shaking in his hand, and I did the thing I had refused to do for 40 years. I lowered my voice. I said, "Sounds like we got something wrong here. Sit down. Let me get you a coffee and let's look at it together." That was all. I didn't defend the bill. I didn't tell him what I thought of his manners. The change in him was almost frightening, like watching air go out of something. His shoulders came down, his voice cracked, and he told me his wife was in the hospital and the car was all he had to get to her, and the bill had been the last straw on a back already breaking. We found the mistake. It was partly mine. I fixed it, and I knocked off the towing, and he gripped my hand at the door like I'd thrown him a rope. But that's not the part I carry. The part I carry is what I saw when I turned around. Daniel was looking at me, really looking, like he'd just watched a stone learn to bend. And for the first time in longer than I can say, my son started talking to me. Not about the carburetor, about his own boy, about a worry he'd been holding alone. The soft answer hadn't just turned away that stranger's wrath. It had opened a door in my own house that I'd been bolting shut with grievous words for 30 years. I'm an old man now, and slower, and I've made my peace with how much of that bolting was my own doing. But I've learned, late, what Ruth knew at that kitchen table all along. The hard word feels like strength, and it is only damage. The gentle word feels like surrender, and it is the thing that actually holds people together. A soft answer doesn't mean you're weak or wrong or that you've lost the argument. It means you've decided the person across from you matters more than your pride. I wish I'd believed her sooner, but it's never too late to lower your voice. And I've found, to my surprise, that when you do, the people you love stop flinching and start coming home.